Have you always thought about that, like thought that it was like okay, or when you were younger, did you ever have that thought? Because like a lot of women, like when you're young, you're like, oh, I'm gonna wait till I get married to find the perfect person to take my flower. But like, did you ever like want think of that in your head as you were like a young man?
Well, I mean, I went to a Catholic high school, and my mother really was the one that had us going to church and stuff like that. And I learned early on that it's like even the Catholic school girls, it's like they were the biggest whores out of all of them. And even because it's like typically people often that get sexually repressed or just kind of freaks behind the scenes. And I mean, I see a lot of the guys on the internet, especially the red pill guys. They get upset about women and sleeping around, and it's like, I don't know. It's like in the when I was growing up, '70s and the '80s, it's the pill was there. It's typically you should practice safe sex. Most of the time, honestly, people didn't, and all relationships came from casual hooking up, and it's. I mean, some girls slept with way more dudes, and some girls might date, two or three guys in between boyfriends, and they might be with the boyfriends 3 or 4 or 5 years or whatever, and then by mid 20s, late 30s, they're all married, and so they may have easily slept with 20 dudes over the course of, from the time they would lose their virginity, typically 15, 16 years old, their first boyfriend in high school or whatever. So thinking that, because like the way they talk is it's something new that women are sleeping around, and they've always been sleeping around. I mean, if you look back to the 60s and the fact that, or even the 30s and the 40s, it's just like when the pill came along, it made it really easy to have sex without worrying about getting pregnant. Because that was a big thing before that is how do you avoid a pregnancy other than with a condom? And sometimes condoms break or they have little holes in them and you slip them past the goalie.